Okay, should I share my screen? Okay. Okay, so I guess first things first, Aman, I started to go through some of your document here. Yeah. So one of the things I did, because some of our stuff is like we already did, right? And basically you just have to fill in the details. So where is it? Here. This is from my user story, my use case. So essentially, we have three use cases, which are right here, right? We've got. Can you? Sorry, I can barely hear you. Yes. Yeah, so we've got the three use cases. So basically, either you or Jayesh, maybe Jayesh could help you with that, would just basically pull that information into here. Because if we have this, because I made this template from our assignment, right? And it's just filling in the details. And the thing is she's not going to read it that closely, right? So as long as it looks like this stuff probably bores her out of her mind, right? So I mean, as long as you have it look okay. The other thing too, okay, so I see you started actually making it so that there's titles, subheads. Okay. Yeah, just because I couldn't tell which was what was part of it, so just make sure that you've got a proper header, but you can do that later. This thing here, the feasibility, this is what needs to be done. So you have to do a fine. And again, I did this like the first week and like for the Cape Cod, and she questioned about the numbers, but she doesn't tell me how to fix it. So as long as you have something, it doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe you can give Jayesh some of that work to help you with. Okay. Yeah. And then, because you want to make sure that you have those use cases drawn out, because Jayesh, so that Nivi can start working on her. Because I already did, essentially your requirements are done, right? It's just filling it in. So I built out the flows. I built out the wireframe. So Nivi can start actually building out the flow. And I noticed in our assignment, we have part of it for the first hand in. The first hand. Oh, okay. So we have to implement one user story and lay out the pages related. So maybe, Nivi, you can actually start laying out the pages, follow the design that I did, and build out one user story. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be something. And I don't know, Jayesh, maybe you want to help her by doing the, what is that thing where you call the very first page where, what's it called? No. No. Yeah, maybe you could do the domain model, because that would help her get started. Because if you build out the domain model, it helps her start building out the pages. And then Jayesh, in Mendix, I built out. So for the project charter, I did a full user story with tasks. So you're gonna need to do that for at least the ones from the assignment, right? Because if we go to our course, wait, dashboard. This one. Assignments. Project proposal. Yeah, so she wants the user stories in Mendix. So you kind of have to do more than just put the title. So if you help Aman with this part here, with writing out the 3 use cases, and then if you help Nivi with building out the domain model, that will help you write the user stories, because you will have done the pieces that will make that so that you'll have the full information, and you can put tasks in there and it will look really complete. And I think in Mendex we only have to do the user stories. We only have to do the full write-up for user stories in the user stories, part of the requirements. But that way it will force you to get a full idea of what this is about. Just because I only have a full idea of what this is about because I did the work, right? So if each of you guys do something, that'll help bring you into the role, and then it just gets easier, right? The other thing I'm going to work on is start building out the layout of the presentation and start pulling things into that. Nivi, one of the things we did last time was you and I, we all did this already. We reviewed the project charter. So we just need you here. Where is this? Yeah, I sent it to you, and then you and I and Jayesh reviewed it last meeting, but we didn't put your signature on it. So I just need you to come on the board and write your name there. And she was like, oh, everyone has to put their signature, but I don't like people putting their signature on anything, because then it's like somebody could steal that and do something. But yeah, so you just need to go on the board and do that. And then, does anyone else want to take the floor or talk about anything? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for Nivi to join and do that. Yeah. I think, Nivi, just put your last name too. All right, whatever. So this is due in 3 weeks? 2 weeks? 3 weeks. Yeah. So, I mean, technically we have enough time. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to look somewhat decent. Yeah. And man, yeah, if you can work on some of that, because we may have to fine tune it, right? Or you can ask Jayesh to help you with it. I think other than that, we're good, right? Anyone have anything else to say? Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay. Bye-bye.